Alright, so we're up against Vlad. Vlad here has... Ooh, this is really cool. I was just telling my friend the other day, I was like, I haven't really seen Charizard, and I wonder if we're going to see it today. And we are. So it looks like Murkrow is going to enable Charizard with that sunny day. We also have their own Regieleki. We have an Urshifu, a Moongus, and Landorus. The first thing I always look into this is if there's a potential for Fire, Water, Grass Core. And if so, then most likely that Urshifu is going to be the water version. So I kind of have a feeling it is going to be that version. Landorus does not scare me as much thanks to Zapdos. I actually didn't change Zapdos' Terra type. I think Ground would work really well. But I think Zapdos Regieleki honestly looks as a really solid lead. My own Regieleki could use Electro Web. I can Protect, and then the following turn, Electro Web again, and then go after their own Regieleki. Against Charizard, Garganacl looks really solid. I like Gastrodon a lot. I could also use Grim. Grim does a good job of, like, screens, but if I suspect it's going to be Urshifu, then it might not be as easy. So, I'm down for a Zapdos Regieleki lead with Grimmsnarl and Gastrodon in the back. I think the reason I don't want to use Enamorus as much in this battle, great against Urshifu, not as great against a Moongus or their Charizard, where at least Zapdos can hit those two relatively well. I don't think I'm going to be using Taunt as much, but I might use it against their Moongus, so that could be helpful too if I get a late game of Moongus battle, and a Moongus like, I want to try to put things to sleep. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we're going to do in our first battle against Vlad. Hope this is a good one. But most likely we're going to deal with Murkrow. I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so it is going to be the Murkrow Charizard lead versus Zapdos and Regieleki. So, in this instance, most likely, Charizard is going to start an attack. So, I do feel confident going for this Detect here for now. And I do... do I just slap Charizard with... I guess, hang on. There's a couple things we can do. We can slap Charizard immediately. We can double Protect. That may enable Murkrow too much. So I don't mind Detecting just to scout out what Charizard is going to do. And I don't mind Electro Webbing for now, just because it hits both. I'll get some speed control here. We're probably going to deal with both Tailwind and Sunny Day. So let's see what you're going to set up first, honestly. Yeah, and this Regieleki is interesting because it is max special attack, but I do have an opportunity to change it to max HP to have more survivability. Charizard actually switches out, which is fine by me. And it's going to be their own Regieleki, so that actually is really nice to see. Because Murkrow also switches out. We're getting a double switch. And it's Landorus. Okay, well, this isn't really great for the opponent. Sure, they'll activate Defiant here. I'll get a plus attack, 1 attack here. And I'll unfortunately miss with mine. So I get to fire off this Detect, which doesn't do anything, unfortunately. But then this part is going to be really nice. I get to fire off this Electro Web. It doesn't do anything to Landorus, and I get some little chip on Regieleki, get to lower its speed here. So, I feel confident in going for a Thunderous Kick on their... Do I need to knock out Landorus now, or can I deal with it later? That's a good question. No, actually, you know what? I do want to target the Regieleki. Landorus would have to do something. It can't use Earthquake here. So, it's not going to affect Landorus, but I get to fire off a second one. Not very effective on their Regieleki. That's going to be helpful, and then I get to fire off this Thunderous Kick right into their Regieleki. Okay, cool. I get the crit, but it's not really needed. So, Regieleki is going to faint, and did Landorus pay attention to the, nope, it did not. It didn't realize that I had the Air Balloon. So you got to always make sure you read that at the beginning of the battle. So, the Air Balloon really paying dividends for me, and Charizard comes back out. Okay. So, I guess here I gotta ask myself the question, would Charizard Protect, what would I want to do? I do have this +1. There's a lot of things I could do. I feel like prioritizing knocking out... I'm surprised I went with Grim. Maybe I misclicked. Okay, well, I do agree that prioritizing knocking out Landorus would be helpful. So I don't mind firing that off, and then I'll go for Electro Web. Charizard might Protect or Terra. Oh, the opponent forfeits! Oh, no! No! No!